and shut up to Oliver Muziro, and just shut up to everyone who knows me, and shut up to everyone who's having a birthday today. Anyway, Bazala, as I promised you last week that I will tutorial you on how to do the strobbing makeup. Well, today I've taken time out of my busy schedule of school to tutorial you, because I want you to be always on a high definition like me. Anyway, that is not a problem. So for my strobbing, I just start by the stick. Because the strobbing is actually a child for the contour, you see. So you just start nice here. You see? You make your boundary. Voila. And then you take it from up. In fact, to make it simple, the instructions to be simple to follow, this one will be Europe and America and then China here. You see? Like this is simple for you to remember. Well, and then you fix it, you make it for the bed, for the men, you see? For the men, they have this, they shave. You know what I'm saying? From here, Bazala, you don't even get lost or anything. You don't go too far to search. You see? Here you just put your vitamin C, here in the middle, because here is Africa, The middle is Africa. You see, you just put the small vitamin C, because the Africa is very sensitive. You see, so you give it some oil, a bit of vitamin. This will help, you know, it helps all the African people to see things from a different perspective. Not just everything is about racism and what, you see. So we give African people some oil so that they can fit in the high definition well. Do you see? Voila. You see? Now the vitamin is finished. You do the vitamin is finished. I must put again here. This is South Africa here. I must put more oil, because South Africa is the middle, is in the middle of all the countries. You see? It's here. So I must give it more oil, because it must be nice and slippery for everybody who goes to South Africa to profit on crime and whatnot. So they must find it like very nice and green and everything nice. You understand? Anyway, from here, you take your foundation, and then you just take and put. Don't be scared, and don't even be threatened. You must bear in mind that there's a boundary between Africa and Europe, so you must respect it at this moment in time. Voila. Voila. You take again, you put on the other side of Africa. This is next to America here. You must not be scared with the putting, Don't forget, in Africa you must really put, because it has to represent that Africa has got a lot of things there. You put. Voila, you take again. You must put the upper part. Here's the Asia here. You put. Here's the side of China. You must also put. Voila. And then you fix it, You fix it. Voila. Now when you are here, you have separated. You see, you have separated Europe and America with Africa. You see, Africa is black, but it doesn't mean that there's only black people. There's black and everything. It's a rainbow country. That is why it receives everybody. You understand? So don't mistaken me. This is Africa because it's black and greenish. And this is America, Europe, Asia, and there's a China here going on. In fact, the China, I must just put it so that you understand. It does not like this. We are not going to get confused. Voila. Okay, now it's time to marry the continents together. You marry the continents. In fact, you take the Africa. No, the Africa cannot go to the Europe. It needs a permission. So you take the Europe, you put it in the Africa. Because from the Europe, they don't need a permission to come to the Africa, you understand? They just come freely. So you take a small of the Europe. You do like this. You just, in round motion, you marry it. You marry it. You marry. You go up with it, you marry it. You marry it because the Europeans must feel at home in Africa. So you marry it. You see? Wow. I am not even done, but I see the marriage, which is a happily marriage ever after. You see what is going on here? And then you continue, You continue, you marry Africa with the China. You marry it. Even with the America, you marry it, Voila. You see? It's very simple, Bazala. Anyone can have a high definition strobbing. Voila. Wow. I can't believe this. Yeah, you just put on the hairline, but you don't worry too much because we cover. You know the style to cover here, so you don't have to worry too much. Wow, Bazala. This is magnificently beautiful and gorgeous. I've never felt so beautiful in my life like this. Bazala. Now you take your glimmer, the sunshine. This one is just for control. It's just for control. You just put it like this. This, you just put small like this. Because we are not doing the makeup for the glitter. We do the makeup for the strobbing. You see? Wow, this contour, it has built in fact, it has rebuilt my face. I have the face for the beautiful people. You see? Voila. Now with the glitter is finished, Now, you're gonna do for the eyebrows, The eyebrows here, the reason for the eyebrows is because we have to marry. In fact, we have to lock the Africa and the Europe and the China and the America together. You understand? And we must create a boundary, a border where European people can come until, and where the American people can come. And then we leave a border where they cannot pass. You understand, Bazala? Okay, I put so that you will understand. You see, when days are dark, friends are few. Now, because my days are beautiful, there's a lot of problems, like the thing that comes out, it wants to come out and it destroy my makeup. So I will just keep on doing so that it will return where it comes from. Because it cannot afford to come out now. Okay, now you take You are in Africa, you go to Europe, You go to Europe, you get to the border here, where they got married, the Africa and the Europe. You have to ask for permission. You are African, you want to go to the Europe. You ask for permission and for the visa, They cannot refuse you, They refuse you, you just go back but anyway, they will never refuse you. So when you get here, you must ask for permission. And then they give you the permission. And then you go, you enter. But don't go too far. You understand? When they allow you to come into Europe, you don't go too far. You go into Europe and then you finish, you go out there, you must go back to where you come from. You understand? So you take it down. You take it down. So to take it down, you have to do like this. So that your coming off down must be as simple as possible and it must be easy for you. Because it's good when you go to Europe. Because they told you there's a tree for the money, there's this and that. So you are thinking when you come to the Europe, you find a lot of things. Because you are not informed, You are not goodly informed. So when you come from here and you have to go back, life is very difficult. Because here they give you a China bag, they pay you for the ticket to go back to your country, to Africa, and then you have to come back. So to come back is difficult. Because people are going to laugh at you. What were you thinking to go to the Europe? Because the Europe is not for everybody. You understand? So you make your coming back simple and easy and smooth. So you raise your eyebrows, you understand? So you raise like this. Voila. Like this, your coming back is simple. Nobody is going to ask you, and you must also not talk too much that you go to the Europe, so that when you go to the Europe and it's not okay for you, nobody knows that you were in the Europe. Because when you are in the Europe, you are supposed to have the money. You understand? So you must avoid a lot of things. You understand? So you join here, you go back to the Europe. And then you join here, just where they gave you permission. You understand? And then you must fill it up, To fill it up, I use another pencil. Here you need to fill it up because there's a lot of Europeans in Africa, so you must put them here. You put all of them here in Africa. You put them. There are so many. You put them here, you put them here. I must sharpen this because they are not enough. I still need more Europeans. There's still more Europeans. I need to sharpen this. So here in the Europe, Bazala, you leave it like this. You leave it like this because there's not too much African in Europe. You understand? So you leave it like this. You can just do small, but there's not too much African in Europe. Because when you come to the Europe, you must go back to where you come from. So there's no much. But here in the Europe, in the Africa, there's too much Europeans. So you put like this. You see? And then you come to the other side. You take it from here, from Africa, No, you take it with the other one, with this one. You take it. Here you reach here, there's Tibetan here. You understand? Here there's Tibetans here. But you cannot stop because when you go into China, China does not want these people here. You understand? So you cannot stop here. Because when you stop, you cannot get anything from China. You understand? So when you get here, you don't even look. Because if you look to the Tibetan, then you're going to be the enemy for the China. You understand? So you just have to go straight to the America and to the China. You see? And then you've entered into the America. You see? And then you take it down. And then you go back. But now here is different, eh? Here is different. We put all the Americans here in Africa, eh? Like the side of the Kenya, we put them here. The Americans, we put them, and here up down here is the Zimbabwe here, because they love Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is where the Americans are. You see, you put them. Voila. Then I have to